Hi. I got on an alt account and decided to figure out how easy it would be to infiltrate the highest security site in SCPI or Pathos 3, whatever you want to call it. So I started as a CD with nothing. I asked someone for $500, grabbed a mining license, and grinded for about, I'd say a total of 3 days to get these two videos. Um, as a class D, I got pretty fucking far, I'd say, but you'll see later in the video. Anyways, this is me infiltrating site Epsilon like as deep as possible, like probably elbows deep inside Epsilon. Roll the camera. Okay, so just gonna fix the microphone. Here you can see me showing you that you can get up here without having to actually hack through those two doors, which is kind of crazy to me that you can just jump up there and then this door into Epsilon is hackable. You know, the most secure site in Pathos. Yeah, whatever. So you're gonna hit this elevator and go up it. I'm gonna cut it here. Clip. There you go. And so you see me go through here, and I'm going to go to the containment checkpoint and hack the door. I'm actually just going to cut through every time I hack a door, because it's very fucking tedious for no reason. Same thing, I get a little nervous because there's people online, but I just hack through the door anyways. You see a medium containment, a heavy containment, and a release seal. The release seal is actually not a door, I don't think. So I never actually tried to go through that. But here you can see I go to heavy containment, go ahead and hack that blast door open. And I just want you to know that shit is so tedious and fast. Like, it feels like I'm playing a rhythm game. And, here we're just walking and we see some SCP doors. You know, the SCP-682, 106, etc. The ones that could, fuck up everybody. Apparently you need an actor to breach one of these because the actors have to be acting as it. And here just is a good example of how tedious and bullshit the, whole being dead thing. Anyways, I'm gonna get sued by Broadway for quoting Alex Brightman, but it's okay. Anyways, you see that it gets really tedious for absolutely zero reason whatsoever. And I go ahead and open 682's door, and I don't hear or see anyone. Down there, I actually don't point it out in my original audio recording for this, but that is the actual entrance into 682's habitat. So here we go up a staircase and then go to the 682 viewing area. And, there's 682's chamber. It's kind of cool. Blah, blah, blah. Control room. That seems really fucking cool. Let me go through the door. Oh, God. I hear somebody. And for the next, I kid you not, for the next 8 minutes, I went through 682's, enclosure and the back area, trying to find whatever made the noise of a door shutting, and there was actually nobody there. Anyways, you see that I can't use these control panels because I'm not quote-unquote close enough to the actual machinery. And yes, you can hack those if you go stand directly fucking on top of them. And you can, that's the thing we saw earlier, the AETV motor pull thing. It pulls your, whatever, it pulls the bullshit up so you can have a car inside of 682's chamber. I'm fucking with some light settings, his chamber controls. They're broken, or I don't have credentials. Don't know which one, but we'll figure it out. As we progress further into this clip, you see me descending into madness trying to fuck with controls. I just hacked through it, and I'm gonna skip the rest of this, obviously, but I spend the next God knows how fucking long getting back through those doors, and I sped this up so you can see, oh, that is the control chamber, but you're not going to be able to get through that. It doesn't let you. I tried it earlier. So here's a sped up version of me opening 682's chamber and going way over to 106 over here, the old man. and just hacking through it, you know. Boop, boop, boop. Boopity boop, boop, boop. And there you go. I'm in. And I genuinely... I'm gonna speed all of this up because there was not shit inside of 106's chamber. And I'm doing all this while the server was relatively full, but the server died out, and you'll see the consequences of the server dying while you're exploring pretty soon. They like to only run one server, that's all I'm gonna say. So here you see me just speeding through, opening every door possible. Ones that I can't open, I just walk away from. Blah, blah, blah. Unix. Cyto. Nothing happens, so I just go back out, and I head towards medium containment to see if there's actually, like, NPCs that I can breach. Or something exciting, really. I mean, this is Epsilon, right? And as I'm typing this in to hack the door, boom, the game fucking disconnects. And I'm like, what the hell? Turns out, they don't give a fuck. They'll shut the server down. It doesn't matter what you're doing. So, yeah, I had to grind for another day trying to build up the credits to perform this raid again. And you're about to see how strenuous it is, not to grind, but to even get to the fucking site to begin with. Anyways, roll a clip. Okay, so starting out here, this is honestly just the path that I took to get there. And you can see that I did this a total of 4 times. And this is because in this last recording here, the server was full. And every time I went down in those tunnels, there was like an SD or an MTF, F2, R8, it doesn't fucking matter what branch. They would be on my ass. They would be in those tunnels, and I had to sneak by them, so I had to take an extra long route, which was extra dangerous of getting spotted on the way there. But, hey, I got there in this clip, and it honestly was the most ridiculous thing ever. So we're going through these tunnels here, and you see just blah, 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 blah. So we're going to slow it down here. Normally, you'd have to go to the left of this and jump down there and then jump up where I just came out of that door. But they left every door open. And I was like, oh, cool. So we're going to skip forward because you've already seen that. We're at the containment checkpoint, and this dude scares the fuck out of me. And then I realized he's a SC0, and he's not supposed to be in here either. And so I was like, wait, this dude could get demoted if he's inside of here. And so I'm like, all right, fuck it. We're friends now. He just needs to get his talking to an SCP achievement. And I don't want to break his heart and tell him, hey, there's no actual SCPs in this building, like, at all. And so I wander with him for a minute, blah, blah, blah. See this door? We're just going to skip past me hacking it. And we come in, and it's a fucking theater club in Epsilon. What the fuck is this doing here? Anyways, we go into the security room for the theater club for the high society people. Speed this up, and I bring him over to 1048 just to see if there is perhaps an actor on. Everything's open, by the way. And no, we see nothing, and I can't do it anymore. So I tell him, hey, I don't think there's any SCP actors on right now. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then he says he's got to go. And I'm like, oh, cool. Good for me. So I tell him good luck, and I dip. We go further down the road, and we see this door that says cannot hack. That's crazy. Sure looks like I'm hacking it, no? Anyways, so we hack into it. And I quote it. I say unhackable. And then I realize it's a brick fucking wall. I mean, it's genuinely a black void, and you can see I'm mildly disappointed. I'm like, oh, okay. And I tell Mad, good job, you know, the manufacturing department. And I say, that one is also empty probably because it says unhackable, but you can get into it. Also empty prob, gonna go up to surface inside of offices, if possible without dying. So, we're gonna speed this back up, and we are now just typing. There's no guards because the SCPs aren't on right now, I guess. Can't breach an SCP that does not exist. LOL. That's what I said. And I agree with it even still. I guess if there's no SCP actors, they have no real reason to hold Epsilon down. Anyways, we're right here, and this is where most SC0s, SC1s, anyone can get in if they leave the doors fucking open. But you're not permitted to be even in that bay there. So I go up the staircase. Nothing really interesting happens in this building because it's just a control center for opening the main door, getting into the, like the containment sites. I open this door because it says unhackable, and I realized that Mad is fucking stupid and didn't actually, like, lock the hackable doors. And so it's an unfinished part of the map. Good job, manufacturing. Anybody can get there. Like, I'm not kidding. Anybody. You can hack through every fucking door here. Anyways, so we go to the second floor to try and find something at least a little more interesting. And honestly, there's not. You get the scientific office, which for some reason you can't actually get in there. I say all I'm seeing that Epsilon is boring. And honestly, it's true. So we go to here, we hack into it. Meta. And we get here. And this is where it gets interesting. So I redo that because I'm curious, I guess. Jump down. And boom. Start hacking it. Skip past that. So we get in here, and this is the fucking control room for the blast doors that we saw earlier. Yeah, the ones that said, like, I don't know, the ones that I said probably didn't lead anywhere. Yeah, I lied. Because this happens. Yeah. Yeah. You can open this, and people can drive straight into heavy containment if the door is open. You can drive it to medium, heavy. You can drive wherever the fuck you want. And I said, I'm just going to leave the door open, which I do. So I leave the door open. We type this. And now we're going to take a moment to reflect because this is just me fucking around and inevitably dying to a security department. And I just want to recollect that any CD can get straight into Epsilon if they really want to. And it's kind of sad. And we, as faculty members or facility members or whatever, we have no clue what's going on because we're not allowed in these areas, and we can't report anything if there's an SC just wandering in the tunnels and just going to Epsilon, because it's pretty easy to get to Epsilon from the CD spawn. And that's not even the worst part. You can get practically anywhere, right? And usually everywhere else is guarded decently well. But in my experience, it's really easy to get into Epsilon at any given time. And honestly, it's kind of crazy. I'm not going to reveal on this YouTube account what my main account is, but I will give you guys a hint. I am a security member, and I just play this game because I used to be in Roblox's Myths. I was actually part of the Roblox's Myths task force, and it was really similar to what MTF does in Pathos, but I inevitably, after the whole drama, I ended up taking over. What the hell was that? Give me a second. That was probably my AC unit. Anyways, inevitably, after the whole drama happened, I took over the MTF department, and I was the director, and honestly, I was pretty good at running it. And then the entire group shut down. And then came BOM, and then I was the assistant director, and then it shut down. And trying to find something similar to the RM experience in that sense with the community that was largely just super nice to each other, was super good. And after that happened, I wasn't able to. And then I just found this community, and I noticed everything is super strict, and like you get punished for simply standing in the wrong area twice, and you get a 2-day suspension and whatever. But I was able to just walk in there as a CD, and I'm gonna tell you, as long as doors are open. You can do the same thing as an SC0, as you saw that SC0 was in there with me, all the way deep like that. In a full server. I mean, it had like 43 people in it. And you can get in there. As an SC0, SC1, it doesn't matter what rank you are, you can get in there. As long as they leave the doors open, which they will if there's no actors on. And I think something needs to be done about it. So, that is the reason I made this video. And I will reveal my main account's name under the condition that I am put in MTF. If that condition is met, I will reveal it. Bye!